she is.
Lady.
Oh my gosh, it's been quite a morning.
Actually, it's been a morning.
I love that. It's Monday.
I'm sick and tired of this effing technology.
I know. We were just talking about that.
I'm done with it. I'm done. I'm ready to meet in person.
Me too.
And hug. And I can't take it anymore.
I am so there with you.
I feel like an old person. I'm like, I don't want this technology.
At first it was really cool, but it got old kind of quick.
Yeah. I agree.
So it's great to talk to a young whippersnapper like yourself.
Oh, please.
Oh my gosh. Have you and Ashley met?
We have not met physically.
Oh my gosh.
Just over Zoom.
Ashley's she's the shit.
Aw, thanks.
So excited to have you in NAWBO.
Yes, me too.
And welcome, because you're a newer member. So let's get to it. Tell us about what you do in the world.
Yeah, so I started my company IA Strategies back a couple weeks before the pandemic. So it's been an interesting couple of months, but they always say, there's never a great time to take the leap. So I just went for it. I do social media, event planning, content marketing, public affairs and issue advocacy, and media relations and public relations. So kind of the whole gamut. I was at a PR firm over in the East Village for 6 years, was partner there, and then left, decided to start my own company so I could really focus on the businesses and the type of industries that I really wanted to dive into, which particularly women-owned businesses, which made me excited to join NAWBO.
What is your ideal client? Who would be your ideal client?
Yeah, so obviously I said women-owned businesses, but something else I've really been interested in working with is minorities and the refugee story, immigrants. I think that's a really important story that we need to elevate. And I think people are wanting to hear that story more and more as our society is finally diving into the systemic racism that we're dealing with. And so I think that's something I've been talking to a couple of organizations and businesses that lift up minorities and refugees. And my boyfriend's family is an immigrant family, and they speak pretty much just Spanish. So I've been learning Spanish, and I think seeing that has really also ignited that passion a little bit more for me, along with our racial movements happening like Black Lives Matter and that sort of thing. And then also startups and nonprofits. I have experience working with insurance and tech startups, and I think Des Moines is a growing industry, a growing tech hub, right? And so I think that people think of Iowa as a flyover state, but we've got all of these super innovative startups coming right out of Des Moines, Iowa.
Yeah.
And so I love telling that story as well.
That's fantastic. And you are most definitely in the right place.
Yes, I agree.
Perfect.
So do you actually help people with their content, like what they put out?
Blogging, posting on social media, something I like to do is helping a client come up with themes or content pillars for their social media and digital marketing. And from there, I think it really makes things go a lot smoother when you have those. I like to do 5 ideas, and then you could use one for every day of the week. And so say there's a week where you don't know what you're posting, you go back to your 5 core pillars and you say, well, on Wednesdays, I wrote down that I want to focus on, wisdom Wednesdays. It's usually not something like kitschy like that, but it helps you. It makes it a little less intimidating, I think. So whether you're needing help all the way through or you just need help getting started, either one of those, I'm happy to help.
So I have to ask, what made you want to be a part of the NAWBO sisterhood?
Yeah, I had kind of heard about NAWBO before, and I've always been very passionate about lifting up women. And I was on the Des Moines Downtown Chambers LEAP series committee and helping plan those events. And I've heard of NAWBO, but I wasn't a business owner, so it didn't really make sense for me to dive in too much. And so basically the second I owned my own business, I said, I want to meet other female business owners, because I'm so excited for the sisterhood and the passion that I think it's so important that we we support each other, right? There's that quote that I love that it's like, behind every successful woman is a group chat of other women, which is so true for me. I've got so many friends and peers that have been so supportive, but no one that owns their own business. So finding somebody who can commiserate with me, celebrate my wins, that sort of thing, I think is important. And I think women are especially suited to that because we know that it takes a little bit of work, right? As a woman, especially in some industries where you're not typically seeing women, like insurance and tech and all of that, agriculture. So I think we are more excited to support each other and more excited to celebrate our wins because we know how hard you have to work to get a win.
I agree with that. And you know what? And we are so lucky in the Des Moines area, not just with NAWBO, with Fem City, with Rotary, with chambers, of how involved women are and want to speak on behalf of other women and have each other's backs. And we truly are blessed to live in an amazing city that empowers women, that truly does empower women. Now, not that we don't have a little ways to go,
right?
But I don't see it a lot in other cities. I really don't.
Well, it's like Ruth Bader Ginsburg said, like, when are you going to be happy with the amount of women on the Supreme Court? And she said, well, when there are 9, right?
Yeah.
There's been 9 men. Why can't there be 9 women? There's always more work to be done. And I have to say with NAWBO, I joined during the pandemic, so I haven't been able to attend any in-person events. So it's all been virtual, but I have done a couple one-on-one coffee meetings with some members. And I just have to say the immediate connection and sisterhood that I felt, even though we haven't had in-person events, has been so, so special to me and very helpful as I'm starting a business, because you need that support. And it's hard when you're not able to go and meet people in person, but NAWBO's done a great job of finding ways to connect with people electronically, and the coffee connections and the cocktail connections. I've just already met so many people and I already feel that support.
Good.
I'm really glad to hear that.
Yes. Well, wait until you meet in person because we like to have a lot of fun.
I'm in the right place. I am in the right place.
Next year's conference, if I remember correctly, is in New Orleans. Ooh. And you better believe that I am going to be getting all of us to go.
I have always wanted to go.
Oh, yes. New Orleans is one of my most favorite cities. I'm pretty positive that my soul belongs there.
We could get a charter bus.
Yes, a charter bus.
That'd be
my
so
goodness.
Fun.
Yeah. We'll get shirts that say New Orleans will never be the same. Hashtag NAWBO Iowa.
Well, you've already been thinking about this, obviously.
Yes. As soon as they named where the conference was going to be, I called KT and I think Kendra and Lorraine, and I'm like, we're going to Orlando.
And Kristen will not allow them to cancel it.
No.
Right.
No. Well, sincerely, Ashley, we are just thrilled when your name came through, as all new participants came through. But just because you and I actually haven't even met in person, we've just connected through social media.
I feel like I've known you forever.
Exactly. And I that's what I loved about that connection with you. And when I seen your name come across, I was just like, I even texted you and I'm like, oh my gosh, Ashley signed up. I'm so excited. So I am so thrilled for you, and your business is just, it's going to flourish.
Yeah.
She is helping Lorraine and I do some themes for our Thrive theme this year.
Good.
So going to be helping with programming. And she sent us this list and I'm like, I don't even know where to begin. All of these are amazing.
Well, this is, like I said, something I'm passionate about. So I just got at my computer and I'm like, it just kept coming out. I told them, I'm like, I might give you like 15 to 20 ideas. And I think I gave them like 50 or 75 or something.
Yeah.
It just kept flowing.
Yeah, exactly.
Which made it harder because now we have to go through and eliminate some, but.
Yeah. We'll keep them for next year.
Yeah, there you go.
We'll just keep them for next year.
Yeah, that's great. Well, it's so great because what I love about NAWBO is there's people at all ends of the spectrum.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I feel like we have people that can mentor us, but I also think it's great for people who've been in business for a while to be around new business owners again and to get reinvigorated and get new ideas. And so that's what I love too. It's like, I feel like we really serve each other that way.
Yeah. Oh yeah, because we've talked about that, being around new business owners. They have this fire and this passion, and they're hungry. And like you said, it fuels your fire again too.
It's like the same thing that I say when you're trying to decide whether to hire or outsource. Sometimes you want to outsource work because that brings in that neutral perspective, that fire, that excitement. And for me, like, I have experience in all sorts of industries, right? And what's been really fun for me is to take something from the transportation automotive industry and say, this worked really well in this industry. Why can't it work in healthcare? But having those different ideas, it's the same thing for new business owners versus seasoned business owners, or, you know, just people who've been kind of deep in their industry and their company and only having eyes for that. Sometimes it's helpful to get an outside eye too.
Wendy and I are going to start doing drive-bys. So we're actually going to be doing these in people's driveways.
Oh my gosh, that is hilarious.
Great idea.
Seriously.
It just came to me.
Put on your winter coat. We're going to do it outside.
That's so funny.
Fantastic.
Oh my gosh. Well, thank you guys for having me. This has been really fun. It's always good to connect with you guys.
Thank you.
Hello, beautiful bean.
So we have Katelyn with us today. We are so excited for you to talk to us about your business.
I run Illuminated, a digital agency with my husband, DJ, and we're really focused on how small business owners struggle to kind of unlock the perfect mix of steps to scale and reach the goals that they're looking to get to. And so we support them through that process, and we're focused in our own areas of marketing, web design, and software development. And so we come alongside small business owners, whether that's in a coaching capacity or a done-for-you capacity, to help craft their marketing plans and messaging and build their websites and develop software that helps them just work more efficiently and get more done.
Great.
Yeah. Katelyn and DJ, they're a powerhouse. Powerhouse team, that's
Thank
for
you.
sure.
I know, I feel weird to talk about myself. I have to add him into the mix because it's been us since day one, so we do it together. Yeah, so I think it's been about 2.5 years since I joined. The lovely Karen Taylor introduced me to NAWBO back when I was involved more in the Fem City side of things, and I was on the board there, and I just kept hearing these wonderful comments about NAWBO events and the sense of community in that group, and was just kind of struggling in my own place, sometimes trying to find a sense of community, not having a big, team, and having left kind of a more workplace setting and entering on my own. And so I was just looking for more opportunities to have that community and just hear from other women business owners. So Karen invited me to kind of, I think, a luncheon workshop, and I just I think I was welcomed by someone before I even reached the door of the building. It was just so lovely, and it was just a great experience. And then I think there was one of the membership promotion periods right after that. And so I said, take a chance on a year and see what happens. And I've loved it ever since.
And now you are on our communications team with Miss Carla, and you guys are just killing it. It's funny, Katelyn, that you say too, because a lot of women that leave corporate America and start their own businesses, we've heard that continuously on why they join NAWBO, because they have to have that support. They rely on that support and that sisterhood. And NAWBO definitely provides all that. That's for sure.
Definitely. And my goal on the communication side is to always dig more and more into social media and figure out how we can emulate that sisterhood and community that we had at our in-person events, and figure out how we can do that even more online. And so I'm excited to, in the new year here, to keep working towards that.
And I think too, this is just going to fuel us even more for when we do get to have in person. I think we'll have such a new energy behind it.
Oh my gosh,
yes.
Yeah. The first event's going to have to be like an all-day thing, because
seriously, we're going to have Kleenex station.
Yes. It will.
Yeah.
It might just have to be a sleepover.
Yeah. Right. Yeah, I know. Or almost like speed dating setup where we all get to talk to everyone for a little bit, because it's going to be hard.
That would be fantastic, like a speed dating event. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, you have to catch up with everyone.
Yes. Oh my gosh, that would be so much fun. See, and this is why she's on our communications team.
There you go. Ideas.
The idea generator.
Oh, thank you. But yeah, hopefully a book club will be coming here soon. I have.
That's right, the book club.
Yes.
Yeah.
Did we decide what book?
We did. It's one by Michael Hyatt. It's a newer one. I'm blanking on the title at the moment. Very much in line with our current Thrive Now season and just getting organized and kind of that fresh start in your business. So it feels like a good time of the year, and then with our own purpose and mission right now.
Oh, fantastic. I love to read. You guys like to read?
I like to read, I just don't take the time, so I do a lot of audiobooks in the car.
Gotcha.
I'm a lazy reader. I like people to read.
I like audiobooks as a thing, but then when I always find myself distracted, I'll like get involved in a task, or I'll start reading something else, like an email or something. I'm like, shoot, how far do I have to rewind?
I have a favorite memory with NAWBO yet.
I was trying to reflect on that, and I think honestly just any of the celebration of excellence events, just being able to get in that room, or that, even this year, that virtual space, and just hearing others talk about the women business owners that we're honoring, and then also hearing them touch on their own personal stories a bit when they get up and speak is just incredibly inspiring. And I always leave those days feeling very fired up for making a difference in our community and my own business as well.
I have a favorite restaurant that you and DJ are supporting, that you've been supporting during the pandemic, that we need to know about?
Oh, sure. You probably know about, I was trying to think about that, and we're out in Waukee, and so saying hyper local, we love our local wasabi spot for sushi, and so especially this time of year, the spicy egg drop soup is always something I look forward to, and so that somehow just reminds me of being on like a beach eating sushi in more of a tropical setting. So sometimes when I just feel a little closed in, or the winter blues, I love to grab that.
I'm such a wimp. I would die. I get extra mild sauce. Wasabi, I'd like to the hospital.
I don't like spicy things either. It's more of just like a bit of a heat to that soup, but I had to warm up to it.
Yeah.
It's good.
I love wasabi. Oh, I love it. I like when it burns. That's when you know it's good.
True.
You can't taste it anymore.
Exactly.
Right?
Oh my goodness. Well, thank you so much for coming on, and we hope you have an amazing Monday, and we will talk soon.
Sounds good. Thanks so much, ladies.
Thanks, Katelyn.
Thanks, Katelyn.
Bye.
Bye-bye.